Hello, my wonderful friends. Magus here. Welcome back to the library. We're in chapter 5 of Circe. Oh my, what a wild adventure this was. So she's got it in her mind now as we left from chapter 4 that she's going to do whatever it takes to turn Glaukos into a god. She's thinking now. It always starts with thinking. She's wondering to herself, what will he look like as a god? Then it goes from wondering, thinking about where she's adamant. She goes, when he is changed, I'm going to pull him into this forest and ba 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 boom, also I think when you add strong emotion, so she's gone from wondering what it would be like to now she's thinking this is what's going to be, and now she's having this strong, even sexual energy of taking him off into the forest and showing him that oath that he made with grandma is over now. She lays him down, and she's laying the flowers against him and around him. She says, now I thought, now, right? This is the time. Here we go. He falls asleep. He slept on as I had seen him sleep 100 times in my fantasies of this moment. Again, this magic she's learning how to conjure up. It's starting with fantasies, imagination, dreaming about. She said she's had this hundreds of times, this fantasy. The flowers had changed him at a touch. Their immortal blood leapt into his veins, and he rose up a god. I blew out my breath so the scent and pollen would drift over him. Change, I whispered. He must be a god. Change. It wasn't working, right? She crumples beside him. She's crying. She's throwing a fit now, right? She's ripping up the flowers. But something happens as she's ripping up the flowers. The sap starts to run down her arms. And as the sap bled across her skin, there became a dark humming in her ears. And she said, a knowledge woke in the depths of my blood, and it whispered, the strength of those flowers lay in their sap, which could transform any creature to its truest self. And I think this is important to see. Once you open those floodgates of magic, it's coming, and it can't be shut off, but it might not come how you thought. You know, she got the ball rolling. She had it in her mind how it was going to be, but it came a different way, but it came, didn't it? And I think that's an important little lesson right there. Glaukos, I whisper, wake up. Circe, he cried, I'm changed. And so now he's enjoying his godness. He feels it. He feels so alive. He asks Circe to take him, to the gods now. And so she brings him to grandma, but she's already got it played in her mind how she's going to explain this because of the conversation she's had before. And so here's what she comes up with. Perhaps my wish to turn him immortal was kind of a prophecy, right? Like she's thinking, trying to play it off like she didn't do it. She must have just sensed something and prophesized it. Grandma suspects nothing. No one ever suspects me, she says. Let's see here. Oh, this kind of hit me. What do you guys think of this? I'd love to hear your comments on this. I'm still chewing it over. So you remember she dreamed about turning him to a god so that they could be together, so she could, right, take him off into the forest and make love. And so she's talking about it. I still dreamed of lying with him in those dark woods. She started thinking about marriage and words like husband and wife, right? Things like that. Why didn't she get that? Right? If that was what she was setting her intention, her magic towards, why did she get him turning to a god? Why didn't she get him being her husband, right? The romantic roll in the forest. Why didn't that come? What do you think about that? Go to the comments, let me know. Oh, so now Glaukos is he's not handling the power well, is he? He's just partying. He's patting himself on the back. Hey, this is who I was meant to be, right? He says, my village hopes I will bring them a good tide. Circe asks, will you? He says, we'll see. Let's see how much they offer me. What are they going to offer me? And as he thought about that and the gifts they would give him and a sacrifice and a worship, said his feet turned to a flipping tail. I can just see it. He gets so excited, his little flipper comes out like a dog wagging its tail. Oh, how some of these gods think. It's pretty childish, pretty funny. Oh boy. Glaukos is asking Circe, hey, what about that round-faced nymph? He said, the beautiful one. What's her name? Do you mean Scylla? He's all, yeah, that's the one. And at this point, Circe's not even jealous yet, right? She's got it in her mind how it's going to be. She's loved him so much. She's done so much for him. They're so close. She's thinking there's no way that he's not feeling the same way back. He's not feeling the same way back. He's just looking at beauty, right? So finally she starts to wondering what's going on here. So she goes to Scylla, and Scylla says, you mean you have not heard? I thought you would have been the first to know you are so close, but perhaps you are not the friend you think you are to him. Just that jab into her, right? Saying it nicely, like, oh, I thought you would have heard, but then I guess you guys aren't as good of friends as you think. Always looking for that jab at Circe. Glaukos asked me to marry him. She fled so she couldn't see her tears. She didn't want her gloating over that she made Circe cry. So Circe goes to Glaukos thinking she can reason, beg, right? When Glaukos sees Circe, he said, when he saw Circe, he said her name just like you would say, like the name foot, like it had no meaning to it. It was just an object, a thing. It's just not like love of my life, not like best friend, just Circe. Very sad again. But again, like we always talk about, this beginning in a lot of the book, really it's building our love of Circe, where we empathize with her, we feel for her, we root for her. And boy, does this book do that well. Let's see. Now she's feeling sorry that she hadn't used all the tricks of hair and eyes and lips and clothes and beauty that she's seen all of her sisters and aunts and mother do. She goes, you deserve better than Scylla. Yes, she's beautiful, but she's cruel, and she does not love you as you might be loved. She basically just starts to beg, which is so sad, and he just sends her off. She lies in the dirt weeping. Those flowers had made him his true being, which is blue and finned and not mine. Here's where it starts again. It says, I thought. This is where it always starts, guys, for good or evil. I thought. I thought if only she were gone, it would change everything. I gathered those flowers of true being and brought them to the cove where it was said that Scylla bathed every day. She would not be able to hide her adder malice anymore. All of her ugliness would be revealed. Oh, what is that going to look like? That takes us to chapter 6. Oh, what a fun book, guys. All right, I hope you're enjoying book club. If you are, please let me know. Hit that like button. Go to the comments. Comment on your journey with Circe. Anything you pick out. of it that maybe I missed or you want to just, carry on about. And guys, I love you so much. I might do another video later today. I got other stuff on my mind, some magi thoughts running through my mind. So anyway, maybe we'll see you later tonight. If not tomorrow, I'll see you in chapter 6 tomorrow. Love you.